Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of 360 Sports. I'm Marina, joined alongside Sydney, Parker, and Christina. Today we're talking all things F1. Guys, let's just jump right into this first headline because we have so much to talk about. The season is booming. Not that many races to go, but it's still crazy. So first and foremost, George signed a new deal with Mercedes. It took them a long time to sign this deal. What did you guys think? And also, where does this leave Max for the future? You want to start?
I didn't think he was going there. I'm so sorry. He's fine. Don't worry about him. Like, he'll do just fine. Like, I was a little shocked that it took so long because I don't love Russell all the time, but he's a very steady driver for Mercedes, and he always puts, like, the team at the forefront of his performance. So, I don't know. I don't think Max needs to worry. Like, he's okay.
Yeah, I think it's either a 2+1 contract or like a 3-year, and then there's like, if you don't make certain spots in the championship, I can kick you out and put, as Toto would say, Max in the car. Although I don't necessarily at this moment think Max is going to Mercedes.
I 100% think there's provisions in there because there's no way they just signed a long-term deal and left Max out of the question because he's obsessed. Toto Wolff was obsessed with Max Verstappen.
Absolutely.
That's the biggest driver he was never able to sign. He had the opportunity to sign him when Red Bull did in 2015 before he came into the sport, and they said, well, we can offer you an F2 spot. And Max was like, no, I'm going to F1 with Red Bull. Like, why would I wait for you? So I still think that door is open. Like you said, 2+1.
I just think that it's like Toto is obsessed with it, but I also think that George is a little bit on thin ice with Mercedes.
Really?
And
Really?
because I think he's shown he's a super strong driver, and I don't think his spot in F1 is like worried. Like, I don't think he's gonna leave F1.
Yeah.
But I think Toto's almost like bored with him. He has Kimi
Has
right
he stopped
there.
making PowerPoints for Toto? Are
Maybe.
they no longer having their sleepovers?
I think he has Kimi right there, and I think if anything, he has Max in his mind now. So he has Kimi, and now he almost wants to pull for Max so much that he's almost over George, and I think that's why I said 2+1. I think that's what it could be.
Is it crazy to say that George is boring? Like,
No.
He's consistent and he's good on track, but he's very well media trained.
But he's
for
very
the most part, except for
What just
that
came out?
one
He's
thing that
very
came out. but-
British, so some people also don't like that.
Wouldn't you want, like, kind of a boring
driver,
driver?
in
Especially
a
if
way.
you have, like,
Yeah.
some young talent that you're really trying to turn to, like, the next Max Verstappen. You don't want two
Especially
Max Verstappens.
when he's committing credit card fraud and admitting to it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you need a
I
little
don't
bit
know.
of consistency
A little bit.
there.
You don't want two Max Verstappens in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the funniest thing I've seen from George recently was them asking him how long the contract is, and he goes, I think it's like 52 pages. Clearly they were talking about the length because that's what everybody wants to know, the length and the money, but it was,
Him and
I just
his
thought it was funny.
logistics, whether it's PowerPoints or pages, like
It's what he's known for.
that's what he's gonna do all the time.
All I'm gonna say is I like it. I think it's funny. Don't change, George.
All right, let's move on to our second headline. There are 9 rookies taking part in FP1, Pato being one of them in Mexico. So Arvid Lindblad is in for Max Verstappen, Frederick Resti for George Russell, Pato Ward for Lando Norris. I'm going to butcher this.
Antonio Fuqua?
Fuqua for Lewis Hamilton, Jack Crawford for Lance Stroll, Paul Erin for Pierre Gasly, Ayumu Iwasa for Liam Lawson, Hirakawa for Behrman, and Luke Browning for Sainz.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's
Everybody but Stake.
Yes.
because Paul Erin is stake, and
Yeah.
because they have a deal.
How do we feel about these? It's always at Mexico.
I
It's
think
always
it's-
like we got to this point of the season, and I almost feel it's like
Because they're running out of
we
time.
forgot.
Yeah.
Let's do it now.
I think it's going to be a very interesting session. I think we're going to see how many cars we have left going into FP2.
Yeah.
I think it's just going to be it's going to be a big learning experience.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them we haven't really seen what they can do.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I'm
think
very interested to see how this goes.
Some of them I expected, like Pato.
Yeah.
He's from Mexico. Of course, he's going to be at
Yeah.
Mexico. He did it, I think, last year too.
Yeah.
So it's like standard. I'm not surprised by Paul Erin. He's been slaying. He's up 4 in Alpine seat. It's between him and Franco. So they're really trying to figure out who to put in the seat. Although it seems like right now they're probably going with Franco, but
Do you think?
I don't know.
I was going to ask
But
because
if-
you're a big Paul Erin person. Do you think this is decisive? Like if he does well here in Gasly's car up against Franco, I think it's part of the reason he took Gasly's seat and not Franco's seat because I think they want to see them in the car at the same time in the same conditions. Do you think this could be decisive? Or do you think it's just another, whatever?
It probably is. It's Flavio Briatore. Let's be real.
He loves the
It
drama.
probably
Loves
is.
the drama.
He's like, I'm trying to figure this out. I'm gonna cause as much drama as I can. It's just how he works.
Yeah. Anyone you're looking forward to seeing?
I want to see Pato. I really am excited, and I feel like you definitely have to keep an eye on these drivers because we don't really know what to expect. Like, we know our tried and true. We know how they're
Yeah.
gonna perform, so I think it'll bring new life to it because I'm kind of sick of watching FP1 and being like, okay, Lando does well and Piastri does well, like okay.
And
Yeah.
the Ferraris are nowhere to
Yes,
be seen.
yeah.
Except
Yeah,
for
and
one
how do you know
accident.
that?
There's an every once in a while Ferrari's there.
Yeah, they could. They're
And then most of the
doing it.
time, one of them isn't.
Yep.
Yeah,
We don't
it's
talk-
just
we
the
don't
reality.
talk
It's
about
just the
that right
reality
now.
of being a Ferrari
But I
fan.
think it'll like bring new life, especially like, it's such a fun race. I do love Mexico. I think it's a great race. So I'm very excited for the new talent.
Yeah, I'm really interested. I love seeing Jack Crawford, American.
Yes.
I think it's always great to see them having those opportunities. But more importantly, I'm very interested to see Arvid Lindblad and his performance. There's a lot of talk about, well, whose seat is up for grabs?
Is this his first time?
I don't think so. I think he's done a couple. I think it's second or third.
Yeah.
But he's up for a seat at VCARB.
I mean, we know
We
my
don't
theory.
know.
That whole switcheroo.
What's your theory? I don't know your
Remember,
theory.
my theory is next year it's Max and Isaac, and then
Arvid
Yuki
and-
goes, and it's Liam and Arvid at VCARB.
That's a tough situation.
Because
for
Arvid's
Yuki.
seat in F2 is already gone.
I don't want Isaac
definitely-
in Red Bull. I don't want him in Red
So,
Bull yet.
I know,
Isaac
but
is-
I don't. But I think that's what Red Bull wants at least.
Well, Isaac is a strong
And
enough
look what
contender.
happens.
I don't think Red Bull knows what it wants. Like, let's just be
They
so
don't.
real.
Yeah, they don't.
They've
They
never
definitely
made a good
don't.
decision in their
They
lives.
definitely don't
So
yet.
Max is the best decision they've ever made, and then they peaked from there.
I think there's two drivers that are set. And this is not necessarily seats, but Max at Red Bull, 100%. Isaac is keeping his seat. Whether or not it's going to be staying at VCARB or he's coming over to Red Bull is another conversation.
All we know is
The
he will
other
be there.
two are totally up for grabs. Yuki has been performing better, but he could get demoted again.
And it also has to
Especially
do
with the Honda.
Arvid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they definitely pushed. I love how you said that at the same time, especially with Honda.
It's the Honda of
he
it
could
all.
get demoted. We shall see. Well, I want to talk about our last headline. You don't ever want to talk about this, and that's
I'll
fine.
talk about
'cause
it.
I'll talk about it all day long. Lando and Oscar had I don't even want to call it a crash. It was a mini accident. They barely
It was an
touched
incident.
in Singapore.
Yeah, racing incident.
Everything is just an incident,
Yeah.
guys.
Since he was in the pen, in the media pen at COTA, and they were talking about it, and he said, "We've reviewed the incident. There will be repercussions for me for the foreseeable future for the rest of the season." The media took that and ran with it because all they said was repercussions. So we had every speculation possible, and now the race is reporting that McLaren has reevaluated and are no longer doing repercussions. So, what do you think they were? And do you think they're actually gone, or are they just playing with us because they want that?
I'm going to go with they are gone. For my own sanity, they are gone. But it seems like if there were repercussions, that it was Oscar getting to pick when he goes in qualifying, which especially in tracks like Mexico and things like that is important because like you've got your slipstreams and everything of where you qualify. And then they used to ask Lando, at least they would show his radio of where do you want to pit? Do you want Oscar to pit first or do you want Lando to pit? Yourself to pit first. But at COTA, we saw them ask Oscar, do you want to pit first or do you want Lando to pit first? Was that because of where he was in the race or was that because of the repercussions? I don't know. All I know is the war is over, guys.
What do you
They're
think,
gone.
Parker?
I think he's gonna assume like the number one driver position, and he will be the person they prioritize. That's not what's happening. I think they were like, wait, Lando's kind of doing well. I don't think these should have been put in place. I mean, it was a racing incident. I'm never one to jump on and be like, Lando, like yes. So I personally think what he did was kind of just not the best teammate behavior. But I don't think they need to be treating them like little kids, putting them in timeout. Like, they were racing for a championship.
So in your view, they were unfair.
Oh, 100%. I'm
Okay.
not going to defend him
You
like
agree.
that, but...
Yeah, they were unfair.
Do you agree?
I kind of agree. I think that there was obviously something, and especially coming off of the whole championship debacle, where obviously we saw that in the beginning of the race, they did not have the Constructors' Championship, and we've talked about this before, where they did not have it. They were fighting a little bit, and then by the end they had it, but we saw some tensions there. So I think that there was definitely some borderline childish behavior, whether that's from McLaren to the drivers or the drivers just wanting a little more stake in whether it's their driving or whether they wanted more backing from their team, which is completely fair. Like, they want to be able to race how they want to be able to race, but it's also they, I think, need to be able to stick it out. And I don't know, obviously we don't know what the repercussions were, but I do think it was unfair.
All I know is I can pick one man to blame, and that is Zach Brown.
I was going to say,
who isn't even the team principal.
No,
it is no secret to any of you how I feel about McLaren, and more importantly, how I feel about what they've done with this championship and how they've taken control of the situation. I don't like it. I agree the repercussions were a bit harsh. I wasn't expecting them. Nobody knows what they were, but in my opinion, it was probably something to do with quality, because I think for them to go race-wise is way too harsh. Something like a strategy, that's insane. And I still don't think McLaren is at the point, I don't think they will ever be at the point where they say, actually, no, Lando, you're not going to win this year, Oscar's going to win, or vice versa. I don't think they're ever going to get there. But I think it was definitely like a quality thing of preference. Oscar gets to pick if he wants to go out first or second. But I think with Oscar's kind of downturned performance over the last couple weekends, I think they were just like, well, if we do that, we're kicking ourselves in the foot because Max is coming. I think that was Max's pressure is ultimately, I think, why those repercussions went away.
Picking a favorite driver.
They said, we have a problem. We can't do this anymore.
Max is always coming.
You know, because you've got Zach Brown, who it seems to favor Lando, and then you've got Andrea Stella, who favors Oscar. So,
but that's been switching around a bit.
I know. So, but it's like, I don't think they're going to pick a favorite, and it's just, who knows what's happening.
All right, let's move on. Coda was last weekend. There were a lot of breaking points, literally, with a lot of broken cars, a lot of things happening, a lot of moments that affected the race, the sprint race, and the rest of the race weekend. So we're each going to go to the board, and we'll give our little take. I think, Parker, you're first.
I am first. Okay. My pick was the Sainz contact. It's been a sad day for Williams fans. It's really not a great time. It's kind of like life just isn't good if you're a Williams fan. We saw Albon with his contact Borletto, and now we're seeing this with Antonelli, and it was just like cool. Like, I understand why he went for it. You know, it worked with Behrman, but it didn't work with Antonelli. I get why he did it. He will be receiving a 5-place penalty for Mexico, which, is that a little extreme? Maybe. I mean, that's equivalent to like a 10-second penalty if he was still in the race. And then he got 2 penalty points on top of that. So the repercussions that Williams will be feeling from this race in general will not be positive. So tell my Williams fans like me, it'll be okay. Like, we will see the light. Don't worry.
I feel that. I love Carlos, and I feel like Carlos was finally getting his groove. He got a podium in the sprint, and then it's like, actually, never mind. Let me just little crash, and he was in the race for 5 laps, and then it was 5-place grid penalty for Mexico.
Yep,
so.
one per lap.
And they were even talking about how like Williams wasn't clicking. Yeah. But it's not that it wasn't clicking. It's just now it's just working.
No, I know. I think it was like, what do you want him to do? Of course he's gonna go for it. I don't know. I wouldn't have wanted him to be any more like, oh, I'm gonna play it safe, like you're a Formula One driver.
It's Carlos Sainz.
I think in hindsight, Carlos probably wouldn't have gone for that move if he had seen the outcome. Yeah. But I think it's like, if you no longer go for a gap that exists, you're no longer a racing driver.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
That was cute. Yeah, that was really cute.
Cute, just us. All right, Christina, you're
You're
up.
up.
Yes. So I love my rookies. I love my potential rookies, like Paul Erin. But so my pick was Ollie Behrman. And I've been saying this since at least like half the season. This man is really close to a race ban. He just got 10 points in Coda from his spin with, why am I forgetting this? I want to say it's Alex. Yeah. Or it was Kimmy. No, it was Kimmy. I think.
Yeah, because Borletto was Alex.
Yes, it was Kimmy. Yeah. So his accident with Kimmy, that wasn't really an accident. He just kind of tried to overtake him, and he spun out, and it was off the track. So he got penalty points, and I want to say like 5 seconds or something. I've forgotten. It's fine. And that man is 2 points away from a race ban. And I've been saying this, it might be coming. And to get one in your rookie year, I would say it's impressive to be willing to do that in your rookie year. But he's been doing great. He's gotten some good points this season. And yeah.
I'm curious who would replace him in your mind.
Nobody.
Nobody?
Nobody.
He's staying forever?
No, not like permanently. I'm saying like for the race ban, who races in his place?
Fun idea? Kevin Magnuson.
Oh.
That's just like to get another race ban. To come and get another race ban.
The current riskiest driver and put in
Another risky driver.
Like, you're just, that's not it.
Let's put K-Mag in just for fun.
You can come in and take out half the grid for fun.
For fun.
I know.
Yeah, what,
That's
he's
like
gonna
an
get
enrichment
another race ban?
activity.
You can't get 12 points in one race. I mean, never say never.
I was gonna say you can't say no.
Especially not with K-Mag.
You know, he's been close, and I've been saying it since like half the season. That man might get a race ban.
I mean, yeah.
I'm
And then
shocked
it'd be
he
an
didn't.
enrichment activity for Magnuson. He'd come and be like, this is going to be so fun. I'm just going to crash into everyone.
He's gonna be like, "Hey, Nico, I'm back."
All right, Sydney, you're up.
Alrighty. So, for my pick, I want to talk a bit about the whole overtaking situation we had going on for almost the entirety of this race. So, yes, we had a bit of a Charles Leclerc masterclass going on yet again that we had a couple races ago, but we also had Lando being quite hesitant, which we see sometimes, but this was going on till lap 51. He did not overtake till lap 51, which was crazy. So, yes, this kind of shows Ferrari could be back. I'm getting hopeful. Shocker. I'm hoping for Ferrari to come back, yes. But it also kind of shows that Lando's getting a little bit more hesitant, which worries me because, yes, for the championship, Max is coming up, and we've already talked about this, that Max is already in contention again, and it's putting more pressure on the Lando and Piastri situation. But is it putting more mental pressure on Lando for the championship, and is it going to make him less risky when it comes to fighting other drivers? Because there were so many opportunities he had to take over Charles, and he just didn't. And even all the broadcasters were like, why is he not doing this? And it was solely because of the fact that he just couldn't. Like, he was just not being risky enough because he needed every point he could get, and he was not willing to go around those. So I think that's going to have some huge implications, either in the next coming races or just whether we see his driving style change soon. So I think that's going to be a big thing that we see in the future.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see how, like, just the championship match plays out.
Yeah,
I think
I'm not
those-
excited as much.
Oh, I'm super into this.
I think that battle specifically, though, it was half Lando being cautious. I think it was partially Charles has nothing to lose.
Yeah.
And he was
doesn't.
driving a defensive masterclass.
I love watching him defend because I think him and, I don't like saying it, but Checo Perez, those two are some of the best
Checo
defenders
is
I have
really
ever
good.
watched. And they can hold on so hard because also he is a tire whisperer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
He was on softs almost as long as they were on
Yeah.
mediums.
Yeah.
That
For
is
what?
insane. And also
23-ish?
23, 28,
20,
something like that. He took
20
those
like
softs a
23,
long time.
25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he was also like kind of getting into it with Lewis for a hot second after.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
I mean,
But it shows that he is still ready to fight, and he is not, like, Ferrari's not backing down. so it
It's
goes
made
both
him more
ways.
inclined to fight, like the way that
Yes.
Ferrari's been looking.
And I think that
he's
scares
angry.
Lando a little bit
oh, yeah.
in both situations.
No, and I think Charles, he had implications also on the rest of the grid because the fact that he was able to take those softs for so long meant the rest of the grid held on to those mediums and went to the softs instead of maybe pitting a little earlier and going on to the hards because they saw it would actually last. But it's my turn, and I had to talk about this. I couldn't not talk about the turn one incident. We were right there, me and Christina were right at turn one. These two collided. I want to start by saying it was nobody's fault. Like, this is just a racing incident. It happens sometimes. However, there were major repercussions for the rest of the race weekend. McLaren didn't get any running with both of their cars DNFing, which meant they couldn't, not only could they not change up the setup of their car, but they had to go and rebuild both of these cars. Oscar, for qualifying, I want to say he went out like right at the end. Orlando, they were still rebuilding as Q1 was starting. They were finishing up, so it was huge for that. But again, the fact that they couldn't change their setup meant Max also got the advantage. So not only did Max win the sprint and get 8 points in the championship favor, but then he was able to change his setup slightly and get the advantage for the race. So it was huge for Red Bull, huge for Max, 40 points now. So I think this was probably one of the biggest turning points or breaking points in the race for sure.
Yeah, no, that was Lando, who's like just barely got in the car
Just
right
barely
before
made
the
it,
start.
yeah.
Because I was watching it and I was like, Lando's not in his car. His car is still up. It doesn't even have its wheels on. And Ruth was like, Lando's car is up, but don't you worry, guys. He will be in the car. He's got plenty of time. And I went, okay, Ruth, I'm going to trust you, and I'm not going to panic just yet.
Just yet.
And I didn't have to.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting too because we were at the race, we were at turn 1. You said this on the podcast, and I like totally relate. Was we saw it happen, and it took me like a couple seconds, even maybe like 30 seconds,
I watched
to be
it
like,
happen.
oh,
We all
two
said,
McLarens are out.
ooh, and then I processed what happened.
Yeah.
I didn't
So-
process right away.
But this was huge. So, all right, let's move on. We're gonna play a little game. Who's most likely to? So we're gonna flash a statement on the board, and you gotta tell me which driver is most likely to do this thing. So let's start with the first one. Who is most likely to ignore team orders?
Max.
Really?
Absolutely.
Really?
That was
Really?
I was
Shocking.
not gonna say Max at all.
Are you kidding?
I had
sorry,
two
what?
other answers in mind.
Has he not
thinking?
ignored?
So firstly, I was
has
saying Franco.
I was like, he's ignored them before.
Franco did this
So
race.
Franco did this
Yeah.
race. That was my first thought. Was he did this race? He also got a lot of backlash for it. And then he was like, he came back on in the media and was like, I'm not going to ignore team orders anymore. Sorry
Yeah,
guys,
because
or
he's
whatever.
not in a position to.
He can't. My other answer was Oscar because if McLaren doesn't start prioritizing one or the other, Oscar's gotta.
I think he should.
gotta
I
just
just don't
stick
know
it
if
to
it's
himself.
in Oscar's character
I'm
as
not-
much as some other drivers to
I
ignore
think
orders.
Max would do
is
it.
most
Max is most
likely.
likely.
Yes,
He's done it.
Franco has and shouldn't. Oscar should.
I remember when
I
it was
think
like,
that's the best
when
characterization.
they were like, let Checo pass, because it was like near the end of the championship.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, no, you
and
know
he was
what
like,
he did.
no, I
It
have
was
my
the-
reasons.
Yeah, he was like,
For
you know,
Monaco. It was
he
all
was like,
because of
you know
Monaco.
the reasons I'm
No.
not doing it.
Yeah.
So he's ignored them before.
I'm sorry, but that was kind of epic. It was the greatest
Like-
comeback.
Okay, either way, he's
on the
ignored them
radio.
before.
I think Lewis would.
I don't personally.
He should.
I don't
I
think Lewis
think
would
he should.
ignore team orders. I think Lewis would contradict team orders.
Yeah.
He would
Yes.
be like, they would say.
I understand why you feel that way.
I was going to say something, but then I wanted to not bring it up, so I'm not going to say it.
Oh, okay. But I think he would definitely be like, we're pitting this lap, and
Yeah.
he'd be like, no, I'm staying out.
Yeah.
It's not that he would like ignore them completely, but I think he would like
Redirect.
redirect.
them.
He'd be like, no, we're staying out longer. All right, next one. Who is most likely to get a penalty for track limits?
This race.
So do we
want to
go like just off Coda or like
General.
The black and white flag.
I was like the almost black and white flag, or wasn't
Well,
it?
I know,
actually?
we got a black and
We
white
were
flag.
seeing
Okay.
Lando play a little bit more cautious, and like when he was stuck behind Leclerc, he was all
going
over
there.
there.
Yeah.
I'm
So
trying to
maybe
think, like,
maybe Lando
throughout the
looking
grid.
forward.
I would say like Lando, Ollie.
I'm trying to think.
My
like,
first
throughout-
thought was
I
Esteban.
was gonna
Oh,
say.
Esteban, yeah.
I was
Yeah.
thinking
I'd
like
see Esteban.
back of the grid a little more. I don't know who else would.
Or like,
They're all just
I was thinking
perfect.
those,
Yeah.
Nah.
yeah, there's a lot of people on the old, like last year's grid
what
that I would think
Yeah.
of. But
Maybe
I'll have to
Fernando?
I
I could
Max?
see Fernando.
I was thinking Nando.
Max would almost like do it because he's fighting
It would be-
people.
Yeah,
it
I
wouldn't
mean,
be
Max,
necessarily.
everything he does is spiteful.
Because he's
so-
fighting Charles.
Yeah. All right, so we're going. I said Esteban. Who did
I
you
was
say?
thinking Esteban
I'm
or like
Norris.
Pierre.
After,
Norris.
like,
After
Coda?
Coda?
Yeah.
After
I'll
Coda.
go with my last answer, which was Fernando.
Okay, I like it. I like it. All right,
was
last
saying
one. Who is most likely to post a TikTok trend on their account without being
Oh,
forced by the
got it.
admin?
Pierre.
Alex.
Pierre, Alex,
Because it's actually going to be Lily.
Isaac.
Yeah, that's funny. I think,
Isaac.
Isaac.
Really,
I
I was
was
thinking
Isaac
Pierre.
or Liam.
I feel like
Pierre?
Pierre, and then he get his girlfriend to like she would
Yes.
make him.
They
Like,
always do so.
Yeah, with like
Yeah.
Kika and Lily are the ones that make
Yeah.
Pierre and Alex post them, but I fear Alex does it more than Pierre.
I wish
Yeah.
it was George Russell. I kind of want to see him do stuff.
No,
I
that
feel
man
like
just
he's
posts
so
inherently
funny.
All he
silly.
does is shirtless
He's
photos.
so funny though.
God.
Let's be real. All he does is shirtless
Did
photos.
you guys see Pierre's post with Danny? With Danny Rick?
Yes.
That was so cute. Did you see that?
I might have.
He went to
posted
Danny's
it.
pop-up
Guys, I
and they
don't
like hung
follow
out
him.
all day and stuff.
Wait, I don't follow
Sad.
Pierre.
Sad.
That's, you don't follow Danny?
It was
Oh,
an
only on
intentional. It
Pierre's.
was
only
an
on Pierre's.
intentional
It was intentional?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like that.
I have
that
some I
tracks.
don't intentionally follow. I follow, so yeah.
Yeah, I do too. All right. We got these cards here. We're gonna play a little game of guess the driver. We'll play some basically headbands.
Okay.
So we're gonna shuffle these a little bit, and then we're each gonna pick one.
All
We
right.
show the camera. Guess we'll show
Oh God.
that camera over there, and then put it like under your iPad because some of these
But
say
do we
like.
put it like right
Should we just-
here?
or
should we
under.
hold it
Can we
like
put it
here?
under?
Right
I
here,
wouldn't
so
hold it up.
I'm gonna
because-
forget what
hold
you
it
guys have.
here.
Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So put them
well,
here.
just don't see the back of it
Yeah.
once
This
you
is a
pick
lot.
it.
I
So.
can't.
And
Are the
yes
names
or no
on the
questions
back?
only.
No, they're not. I
And keep
checked.
going until
Wait, I
everybody
don't look
gets
at
it,
it, yes?
or give up. Yeah, don't look at it. Just show the camera.
God. Wait.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
Who you have?
I don't know.
I want to look at it.
I do too. I really do.
you
All
have,
right.
What do you have?
Just do
I,
this.
we need to know who each
All
other
right, yeah,
have.
so each other.
Just hold it here.
Show
in
each
front
other.
of you.
Yeah. Hold it. So I'm gonna pick a new one because that one fell.
Okay.
Okay. So that's my new one.
Okay.
Can I see? All right.
Okay.
Cool. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay. Would I be rude to wait staff at a restaurant?
Absolutely not.
No.
No
Not
way.
happening. Would I be rude to wait staff at a restaurant?
Yes.
Crazy. I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
I think not if someone else was watching.
Like in a way of being like, I'm better than you a little bit.
Okay,
Sorry,
that
I'm
makes
being
this
really
actually
mean.
helps
Okay.
me. Not at all.
If he was by himself, yes. If he was with somebody, probably not.
Whoa. Deep. Okay.
Am I in a top team?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Who
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you are.
Yes.
Okay.
Would I hit a curb if I was parking a car?
Yes.
No.
No.
Yes.
No.
However,
That's not
he's not
helping.
in this. I only think of one man when we're talking about hitting curbs. I'm gonna be
No.
honest.
No.
I'm not in this?
Well,
No, the person she thinks would hit a curb
You wouldn't.
is
You
not
wouldn't.
in this.
Don't worry about it.
You wouldn't. You right now would not.
Okay, my
Okay.
turn.
Okay.
I was
Am I
so
British?
indecisive.
I guess
Am
the
I
answer
British?
is no.
Yes.
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 I'm British. Like I race under the British, like the United
Yes.
Kingdom
Yes.
flag.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm still so confused on
Am I over 25?
Oh.
Wait, can we look this up?
No, don't look it up.
I feel like you're not.
I think you are 25.
Oh.
I think
Yeah.
you are.
I think you're 25.
We don't know nothing. We don't.
She's.
know.
Can I put it this way? I'll give you a hint. He's younger than Max.
Okay.
So she knows.
So he's
Yeah.
he's
Doesn't
he's
have
younger
Max.
than 97. That's the
I
year.
don't know.
Max-
1997.
Yeah, that's the year Max
Okay,
and
do the
Charles
math.
were born.
Sure.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Go.
So I'm in a top team.
Yes.
Am I British?
No.
Okay. That's actually a good amount of people I just eliminated.
Am I British?
In a top team?
No.
No.
Like, would you consider me an experienced driver?
No.
No.
Okay. Wait, I have a theory.
All right.
Am I British?
Yes.
Yes.
Do I drive for Red Bull?
No.
No.
Okay.
What was the question I was gonna ask? Oh my god. Do I drive for a top team?
No.
No.
Am I back of the grid, kind of?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I think I might know who I am.
Okay, I'm gonna
Do you want to
guess.
guess?
I want to guess. Am I Ollie Behrman?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cute.
Am I Lando?
Yes. Yes. All right. It's just you and me now.
I have no clue who I
I
am.
know you got this.
Okay. So I drive for a top team.
And
Charles
you're not
isn't in
British.
this deck. Lewis is British. I don't drive for Mercedes. No, I don't drive for Red Bull. So it has to be Mercedes. Is it Kim? It's not Kimmy.
No. That's yours.
That's my question.
Yeah.
Am I
you're done.
am I a reserve driver?
No.
No, it's all
You're-
current.
It's all current drivers. So you can ask another question.
Hey, come on.
Oh my god. I'm not a. Am I a rookie driver?
No.
No.
Unless.
No. Not actually
pretty
rookie.
far
Do you know who you are?
from-
She
Am I
gets it
Alonso?
though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yay!
Okay. So am I an Oscar?
Yes.
Hey!
Okay.
That was
Okay.
good, guys. I won. So let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Good job, me.
You.
I had mine after British.
Okay.
Curb
I
one.
love it.
Okay.
All right. Let's move on. We've played Guess the Driver. We've gone through everything that's happened so far. We got to do some predictions. Start with, very quickly, who are your Mexico GP podium predictions?
Do you want to go first?
I can. I've said this already once. I'll let Max have a win or P2.
Okay.
The other one will be Charles. It'll be a 1 or 2, either one. I'll let Verstappen podium happen, and then Lando.
Okay.
I'm thinking Piastri, then Max, then Lando.
Ooh, okay.
I think At least one of the McLarens. I don't know which one, honestly. I think George is going to sneak up there, and I'm going to say Max. I love the Ferraris, but I don't think they're pulling anything out this weekend.
Yeah. I actually, opposite to you, I do think Ferraris. I think Charles has historically run well at Mexico, so
He has.
I'm doing Max, Charles, George. So no McLarens on the podium from my end.
Wow.
All right, we couldn't end the show without talking about the championship. Like I said at my board, 40 points between Oscar and Max. 14
love that we're
points
talking
between
about
Oscar
Max.
and Lando. Right? It's crazy because
I
we
know.
kept going on here.
Remember when I
we'd
said
go
him?
on sports night, we'd say,
Don't forget him.
don't forget him,
Don't
but
forget
like
him.
he's so far.
And now he's right here.
He's right
He's
there.
right here.
I'll say my prediction.
Who do you think is taking the championship?
I'm gonna stick with what I want. Lando.
Piastri.
I think Max could take it.
Really? I would love to see that happen. That'd be
I would
fun.
not.
I think
Well, I wouldn't
Max
like it,
can
like-
kill the deficit by the end of it. Or at least he's going to split the McLarens. And I think
Yeah.
he's either going to take it or he's going to split them and Piastri's taking it.
Okay.
Okay,
That's-
I'm very similar to you. I think I have two scenarios. The first one is McLaren prioritize a driver, and then whoever they prioritize is winning. Because if you have all the faith of McLaren behind you, McLaren is you're the chosen driver. I think you're going to win it. There's plenty of pace in that car to win it, to get the best strategy, the best qualifying, whatever. But the stress of Max Verstappen is real. We saw in 2021 he made mistakes against a 7-time world champion of Lewis. So the same thing is kind of we're seeing a little bit now is the stress of Max is coming. He's now seasoned 4-time world champion, and now he's going against two guys who are just not. They're trying to get there first. So scenario 1, Lando or Oscar, whoever they pick. Scenario 2 is Max because McLaren doesn't prioritize. But that is all the time we've got for today. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, Marina, alongside Sydney, Christina, and Parker. Have a good night.